Good evening, everyone. It's wonderful to see all of you here again in another session of Curiosity Talks. For those of you who are coming again, I welcome you back. For those of you who are new here, I hope you have a great evening. The Curiosity Talk is brought to you by Wisdom Circle, a platform where experience meets opportunity. So, this is where seasoned professionals can connect with hiring organizations for relevant roles. And Curiosity Talk is one of our sessions bringing wisdom from the wise to the curious on a variety of subjects. Today, we have with us Antara, which offers a unique continuous care proposition, which is an integrated ecosystem that celebrates life as we age. Antara also believes that aging should be seen as a new beginning, hassle free and enriched by expert care, safety, and security. And to tell us a lot more about Antara, we are privileged to have with us Mr. Vaibhav Dubey, Vice President and Head of the Dehradun community. Welcome to this evening session, Vaibhav.
Thank you, Swati.
Vaibhav is IHM Lucknow and ISB Hyderabad alumnus and brings with him over 18 years of experience in the hospitality, wellness, and senior care industry, having worked with some of the most prestigious Indian and international brands such as the Oberoi Hotels and Resorts, the Claridge's Hotels and Resorts, Alila Hotels and Resorts, Vana, and KEF Holdings. Vaibhav, in his current role, oversees the operations of the Antara Dehradun community, where over 150 seniors are enjoying a vibrant lifestyle. So, Vaibhav, I would just like to ask you that under your leadership, Antara has been awarded Operator of the Year 2025 at the 13th Asia Pacific Elder Care Innovation Awards. And you have received multiple accolades, including a certificate of excellence from ASLI. So, what has Antara done to receive all this recognition?
Thank you, Swati. And first of all, good evening to everyone and namaste as we wish here everyone at Antara. Uh, to be really honest, not everything is my doing and not my leadership. This is about the concept which Antara has created. And privileged and honored to represent Antara for the Elder Care Innovation Awards in Singapore. This talks about not only a few years of efforts, but uh, you know, the innovation of the concept which started years back. That was close to 2007 and 2008, back when the concept started to, in India, people did not realize and understand the need of senior care back then. But we came up with it. So it's years of hard work and perfecting that concept, because of which we were able to achieve this award.
So, I also see that there is a very unique approach, and there are a variety of services and innovations that has contributed to this achievement. And would you like to elaborate on the Antara's holistic senior care ecosystem that we spoke about?
Sure. So just briefly telling everyone about Antara, the concept started with independent living in Dehradun. That's where Antara first ventured into the senior care world. After Dehradun, Antara also realized the importance of other verticals which are important to integrate with the senior living, with the independent living function. So with that, we also got in assisted living vertical with us. So Antara as a senior care platform provides independent living and the assisted living. When I talk about assisted living, it includes care homes, care at home, and the solutions and products for seniors to age well. And that brand is called as Age Easy. So with all these solutions, Antara provides options for people to explore and use whatever as per their requirement and need at that given moment of time is. That's what Antara does. And Dehradun being the first community, we are coming up with more communities in years to come. So that's the ecosystem with which we were able to achieve this award and with which we are able to share the proof of concept with everyone.
And since you mentioned it, Vaibhav, where would the other communities be coming up? What are the plans in the
So after
pipeline?
Dehradun, okay, thanks, Swati. So after Dehradun, the second community which is coming up soon, within this year only, is Noida. That's the second independent living Antara is coming up with. The third community and fourth subsequently will be in Gurgaon, which is going to be a little different concept, not just independent living. That's going to be the first intergenerational living, where
Okay.
there will be senior living element merged with normal condominiums where people will live in. But senior care will be focused on senior care, and seniors will live in there, which Antara would manage. So two of those kind of concepts and intergenerational living will come in Gurgaon, and after that we have a couple of other projects in time to come. I do not want to name them because they are in due diligence and yet to be announced.
Yeah, I understand that. Uh, there's a misconception sometimes because people say senior living is only for those who need help. And how does independent living, how does it change that perception?
To be honest, I think Antara also in the initial years struggled a bit with that, making people understand and realize the concept of it. It had been something which was, proved as a concept in the Western world, but in our country, in our environment, where the primary care, secondary care has been closely associated with the immediate family, it became difficult for us in the initial years. But when people started understanding, living in here in this community, they understood this concept, and then that became very easy. Uh, so just to tell you that uh, we are talking about two different concepts. One is independent living, and the other one is assisted living. Assisted living definitely needs very focused approach and care, which has to be provided for people who need that kind of living environment, constantly support, which has to be there. Independent living, on the other hand, is something where people are there for the active lifestyle, people who are self sufficient, who are just looking to enhance their quality of life in the senior years of their life, and not necessarily compensating for the decline of their life. So it is an opportunity for their personal growth, social engagement, and enrichment of the lifestyle. That's what we refer to our independent living concept as. And it's a very conscious choice which people make to be able to enjoy their retirement years, or the years when they have, after working hard for many years, they would want to enjoy many activities which they were not able to during the working years. So it's about independent living is about all seniors, 55 years and above, all the way to 90, 95, 97 years, as we see here in the Tara community. So to provide them with purpose-driven lifestyle, that's what I would say.
So that means it is a lifestyle choice that they're afforded when they choose Antara. Yeah, they're able to
Absolutely.
they're able to make that lifestyle choice, right?
Absolutely.
With
Absolutely.
independent living as opposed to care. There's a difference between the two.
100%. You're absolutely right, Swati. It is something, sometimes we even when we talk about independent living, or when we talk more specifically about Antara, it's a blend of many offerings. It's an offering where you see hospitality, real estate element, and the life care and lifestyle elements all combined into one.
Right. So, people in their 50s and 60s nowadays, they think, oh, there is still some time before I retire to a community, uh, or where I will need help. So why is it important at even at 50 and 60 to plan ahead and to start thinking about independent living?
Well, I think it's at the end of the day, it's all about choices and control one wishes to have with one's life. It is more of a, I don't know till where you could hear me, but at the end of the day, it's all about choices and making those choices when you're still active, and whether during the time when you can make the lifestyle and value driven decisions. And it's all about, at the end of the day, about being proactive versus being reactive. That's what about it. And that's what I can say. It allows you time to settle in, to build friendships, and wherever you settle in for the rest of your life, or for those golden years of your life, you can truly call that place as home. So I think that makes it all the more important.
And in your experience, have you seen older people having some regrets for not having, taken to independent living earlier on? Do you see that? Do you hear from them that, we should have done this earlier, we've left it a little late?
I do, and I think the concept of uh, and I think in the marketing world they call it fear of missing out, or uh,
Yeah.
the feeling of I wish I had done this sooner or earlier. Uh, but at the end of the day, in my opinion, whenever you make that choice, you should just carry on with it, and not regret too much of any decision. Whatever age you make that choice, the early the better. But just to mention that delaying means that you would take more time to settle in, more time to make friends and be part of that community, and all those experiences which could have enriched your lifestyle or way of life, you would have missed out on them. But yeah, whenever one makes that decision, I feel that that's an important one, and one can just carry on from there.
And also, I wonder whether, this independent living concept, does it support physical, mental, and social wellness in ways that your, traditional living, like, aging in place, you live in your own house, that may not support physical, mental, and social wellness. So, how do you think, this independent living helps that?
Again, I think it's about the available choices one has. In traditional living environments, one has to put in a lot of efforts to create that ecosystem for oneself. Uh, and on the other hand, the senior living, independent living environment that provides you those opportunities built in the system in itself. For example, at Antara, we very focused about creating a wellness ecosystem here, which includes close to 8 pillars of wellness, which we have defined for us. And they talk about from emotional to physical to social, intellectual, occupational, environmental, and holistic wellness. And for that, we have created a dedicated and separate department to take care of all these needs. We call it resident engagement, to ensure that they are having choices. They vary from having a fitness basis, regime and activities, from yoga to aqua aerobics to meditation. For the social, occupational wellness, we have various workshops and events and activities, from pottery to dance to music. All of them are created into an integrated wellness model, which is required for an active lifestyle and for seniors who live in here.
The value of community also is really important because nowadays, as families are getting smaller and you have very often children living away from home, from the land where they were born, for the older folks, loneliness is a growing concern, among adults. And how do independent living communities help with that?
Just to give a little more emphasis on what you just said, Swati, it's not only loneliness. I think I read it somewhere that in the senior years, there are three challenges which seniors face in their lives. One obviously is loneliness. The other two are helplessness and boredom. So the community environment, whatever senior living or independent living that is, I'm not necessarily talking about Antara here, but any such place, they create an environment for people uh, to take care of these challenges in those years when they actually start feeling these challenges. So not everything is done by Antara. There is an environment created wherein residents also feel empowered to do a lot of programs, activities on their own. We have residents groups which organize lovely musical nights, 2 evenings of ghazals, shairi, which actually keep them a lot engaged, and also their creativity side comes out, and they're well accepted and well respected and appreciated events. They also go out of their way to help the local communities. We have a couple of schools in the vicinity, and these residents are actually actively involved in educating, providing the help and support to all these students. And Antara also supports them in all these initiatives. Uh, there are days when they take care of the community's environmental aspect. So there are clubs and groups created where they take care of gardening and produce a lot of things for kitchen. They also are active in their lifestyle of organizing various fitness related activities, from treks to cycling groups to doing walking in the community. All these things, they happen, and then they form uh, they play a very important role in keeping this community alive, uh, and bringing their enthusiasm, their participation, and energy and engagement. When they show, their families are surprised that over last many years they couldn't see these hidden talents of them, and now they when they see them here in the community thriving, enjoying lives, they really feel happy as well.
Yeah, that is really inspiring, and it sounds like it's really energizing them also. We've often heard this word, peer connection. So, is it at play here in these communities, and does it affect the overall well being? I can already imagine by what you've told me that there is a lot going on of this. So, would you say it affects overall well being?
Absolutely, it does. And to be honest, it's foundational for everything we do at the community, and on the basis of the community and the senior living and independent living communities, have been started. These peer support, this does boost their emotional health, their cognitive decline it reduces, and whenever they engage with others who share the same philosophy, or those people who are at the same stage in their lives, they also feel that they are seen, they are understood, and they feel motivated with this. And as I said, that the like-minded groups have been created to encourage each other, to ensure that the participation increases. Many of our residents, they only go to their homes for a given time of the day. We, in fact, had to create 1 to 4 as resting time, because we have felt that there was a need for them to just rest during the day as well. Otherwise, there are so many activities, so many options available for them to enjoy and boost their emotional side as well. And it does offer, on various accounts, from emotional to intellectual, and as well as I said about all our pillars I just talked about, social and wellness pillars as well.
Yeah. That's excellent. That's wonderful to hear. At a particular stage, I think all of us don't want the burden of everyday responsibilities. So typically, does that get taken care of in independent living?
Very much so. And I think uh, majority of the residents choosing the independent living option also stems from this particular aspect. There had been personal instances and my personal interaction with the residents where they were living in big bungalows and kothis, managing big staffs, and at the end of the day, it used to become quite challenging for them to handle those chores, the maintenance of the house, to taking care of the salaries, to their rostering and ensuring that their lifestyle needs were met. They had to actually do a lot of work and put in a lot of efforts for that. Independent living actually takes care of all these aspects. If I talk about Antara, uh, there is a leased model here. When I say leased model, these residences are for a very long-term lease, which is 60 years, and that makes it that gives them a frankly speaking, complete ownership rights in a way. So they enjoy everything as the owner of the apartment, but at the end of the day, Antara is responsible taking care of everything. All these apartments, they come with a lifetime warranty, so they don't have to worry about plumbing issue, electrical issue, or any civil related issue of painting, polishing, taking care of a chipped marble or anything of that sort. All that is taken care of. They have choices to run their own kitchen in their houses with their own staff, or using the complete facility available at the community, whether ordering in inside their homes or coming to the restaurant and eating it there. uh, I think the good part, which I can say, is that these are all the options available and nothing forced upon them. So it makes their lifestyle and then makes their choices easier. When something is not imposed but available, you are able to take a conscious call and the decision. So that's how I would say that taking care of all these chores is something which is not with them directly, and it's all taken care of.
And I can imagine Vaibhav not chasing after cooks, carpenters, plumbers, gives time for so much more. So they get to rediscover hobbies and passions. I'm sure they do that.
Very true, very true. You said it absolutely right. When this gets offloaded, they can devote time to not active cooking, but spending time in cooking classes, which we conduct, or there are many cooking classes which are conducted by the residents. We have, a space called as community kitchen here, where residents can come, showcase their cooking talents, uh, talk to other residents about various recipes, also to our chefs, and give them some valuable advices, and we incorporate those advices as well. It also gives them time to do all the other activities I talked about, whether to take part in art classes, painting, doing putting, involving themselves in golf, going out of the community and play that, being involved in musical classes and lessons, organizing various book clubs, doing multiple art projects, which we keep doing here. And as I said, that to contribute to the social aspect and the community aspect, going out and spending time with these students in nearby government schools. They the moment this gets offloaded, they have options and choices to contribute positively to the community. Not to forget about them being able to spend time with their families. I have personally got this feedback from a lot of residents that they get a lot of time to be able to spend quality time, just doing nothing and spending quality time with their spouses. So yes.
That's wonderful to hear. I'm just thinking that, with all this activity, sometimes at some point of time, the body says, "Hey, you know what? I need to take a step back and rest." So uh, they have to balance this independence with access to some kind of support. It could be medical, it could be some intervention, it could be just some help. So how does that happen? How does that balance happen?
So I think now you're touching upon an important aspect. Sometimes there is a need uh, for moving in from the independent living to assisted living. Antara, and I'm sure that the other places also, but Antara, if I talk more specifically, as I said, that our integrated care ecosystem is built like that to be able to provide support to all our residents in different stages of their lives. Right now, they're completely active. They don't need that support, but that support is always available at the back. Uh, and sometimes we call that as a discrete support. So you know that is available. So whether that's ensuring that there is a dedicated clinic available inside the community, taking care of their health needs, or to provide the emergency care to them whenever they need, or to ensure that our community is built in a manner that the hospital is just 10 minutes drive from here, where they can go for any critical care after the emergency care level they need. So that's what it is. Our apartments are designed in a way that they can be converted into an environment for the assisted living. We have that carer support available. There are panic buttons for people to reach out to us in case of any emergency. And as I said, the optional assisted living and the home health care, that's all available. There's 24/7 doctor uh, who's based inside the community taking care of the residents' need. They have scheduled appointments with the doctor, uh, the doctor's on-call visits in the apartment, nursing care. All these options are available. There's 24/7 ambulance in the premises. So when one knows that these support systems are available, it puts one's mind at ease as well, and they can enjoy all the other lifestyle related choices and activities they would want to.
I'm imagining not so much in independent living, but in assisted living and in the care facilities, people do like a sense of autonomy and dignity. So, what kind of services ensure that, you know?
So I think this is very important. Number one, the doctor-patient relationship. The moment it moves on to that assisted living, care ecosystem, that's very, very, very important. So the confidentiality of that is always maintained. Uh, for the community, that's the relationship between a doctor and a person who has any concern or issues to be discussed only with the doctor. And as I said, that when something is available on a discrete level, not something which is on your face, you feel that you're empowered to choose those options whenever you have to. And when you see a lively, vibrant community around you, and at the same time there are care systems from wellness check-ins, as I said, emergency response system, uh, curated, personalized fitness plans. Uh, and to some extent, these days, what we have started observing,
Hmm.
more specifically with seniors, all these digital scams and frauds, and our community, we ensure that very discreetly, privately, that digital literacy support is also provided to them, so that they start feeling safe, and at the same time they don't feel that it's very intrusive for them. So it's there whenever they need that support, that's available. uh, their records are confidential. It's only with the doctor and not available with anyone else. And from the wellness to everything else I talked about, all those things are available for them to take help from. But the important aspect is to ensure that that they are confidential, which ensures that their dignity is always maintained.
Yeah, I think the very important word you used, Vaibhav, was discretion, as well as having some sense of choice, that they have that choice to choose something and the fact that it is done with all the confidentiality.
Very
I'm
true.
So what does this kind of a facility make it not like a care facility and more like some place that they are there to, have a nice time and relax and enjoy themselves?
Well, I think to begin with, as I started saying, that it's a blend of hospitality, uh, element of real estate, and life care and lifestyle. Uh, I think a very big example in front of you is that I am a hospitality professional who worked all his life
Yeah.
in the hotels, resorts, and in the wellness world. But to answer your question more specifically, the community is spread in 14 acres, where there are close to 8 towers. They're not high rise here, but in the other parts, obviously, because of the location and the regulations of the place, etc., there will be high rises as well in other places. But here, if I talk about Dehradun, the maximum any residential tower is that's G plus 5. Mostly they are G plus 3, but maximum is G plus 5. So those towers, then there is a complete club facility for them, which includes restaurant, bar, spa, uh, indoors heated swimming pool, their own theater where they enjoy thrice a week movies, which we show, obviously based on their recommendations and suggestions. And then they have a choice to book the theater on their own private screening as well. But thrice a week, we show movies from Bollywood classic to the new Hollywood classic, Bollywood classic, and the newly released movies, to providing them a workshop space where they do their yoga sessions, meditation sessions, all guided ones, and various activities from pottery to art classes, music lessons, all these things which I talked about. Uh, there is a big group here who are international level bridge players. So there is a dedicated bridge room and the cards room for them to enjoy, cards every day. There is a dedicated yoga pavilion for people to do the, private sessions. Uh, all these things, they add a lot of value, and they make it not just a traditional living environment. Having our own club makes it a right blend of whatever three elements I have talked about.
Yeah.
So everything is designed to make every corner feel elegant, engaging, and uplifting for them. At Antara, we believe in look, touch, feel, and smell elements because they improve your all your senses, and they add a lot of value to your lifestyle. So everything is designed as per this LTFS what I talked about. Uh, we have very specific cuisine to cater to the needs of seniors, where though we don't use fried options during our cooking, we don't use refined flour, which is maida, very less spices. So the food is not spicy, but at the same time not bland completely. They really enjoy the flavors of the cuisine, which we call as Antara cuisine. Uh, and for their geriatric needs and individual preferences, the food is customized also as per their choices. So what I'm saying is not just making it feel like a care facility that's available as a choice, but on the front you see everything quite aesthetically made to make you improve uh, your life.
So I think you are really catering to a clientele which is a niche segment now. And these people are evolving the landscape of aging or of senior living. So, how do these communities keep up with all these aspirations and all these evolving interests? Is there someone who is doing research and who is providing you inputs of how to keep up with what is changing in senior living?
So I mean, we are there are two ways to look at it. We have our own internal mechanism where we keep thinking about innovation, and that innovation is both hardware and software related, and we are actively looking at ensuring that we are up to date and we keep making changes and updations as and when needed with regard to our offering, and at the same time, to ensure that we hear the voices, we hear the concern, we understand the needs, the evolving needs of our seniors. We have a residential body which we call as residence council, and it forms by a few chosen members of the community, those who come and then they support this cause of ensuring that they keep bringing new ideas, concerns, anything to do with their lifestyles they would like to talk about. So that's one body, and the other formation we have done is called the Life Care Committee, which also deals in the similar subject of bringing in issues, whether that's the coordination with the external hospital or to build in more capacity inside the community, thinking about 5 years, 6 years, 10 years down the line as the needs are evolving. It's the aging population. The needs of today would be different to what the needs will be in 5, 6, 7 years from now. So we keep
Absolutely.
actively thinking about it ourselves. We keep hearing their voices and we keep bringing in solutions to impact their lives positively. And other than that, everything else, whatever we keep doing is keeping in mind that these seniors are all curious, they are capable, they all have achieved a lot in their lives, they're ambitious. Uh, so everything is planned. Our calendars are planned in that manner that they are finding themselves engaged. They keep organizing various workshops, so much so that they do these workshops for our teams as well. They have done something in their lives, engaging the team and community residents together. That builds the right essence of the community which we run here.
And I'm imagining, Vaibhav, that in the backdrop of all these active seniors is a family. So, how do you assure the family that everything is okay?
Oh, well, I think I said that many family members are surprised seeing, all these seniors engaged at this particular, whatever years of their lives they are at. But they have started seeing the hidden talents in them. We have a very active mechanism of keeping the families engaged, communicated. There is always, a database which is there with us, knowing their family members who are at whatever part of the world they are based in, but telling them about their health updates, telling them about how engaged they are, sharing the pictures, videos of their activities when they enjoy. That makes them feel connected. And at the same time, the facilities which we have here, that gives them a lot of comfort. As I said, it gives the comfort to our seniors who are staying here. But similarly, those children or the family members who are not here, just knowing that there is a complete healthcare facility available for their parents or their family members when the need is there, and to know that there is a complete safe and secured environment they live in here, it brings a lot of assurance, gives them a lot of comfort to know about it. And more than anything else, I think it's the culture which we have created. Uh, the software is not only by the services which we provide, but the culture which Antara really boasts about is one of our value system, which is called Seva Bhav, and that's something which is instilled in each and every team member, that we know why we are here for, and our first and foremost priority is to take care of the needs of the senior, and that Seva Bhav value system. By having this super caring team for our residents, that makes a lot of difference and brings in a lot of comfort to these families.
And at any point of time, can families visit or come and live for a short while visiting or participate in any of the activities? Are these options?
Absolutely. So as I said that, for us, these are their homes. The seniors live here in independent living as their homes. So their family members, they keep visiting them. They also have choices. In the club facility, we have also created environment and a setup where people can have. So we have close to 8 rooms and 2 suites available with us. So whenever any family member coming in, if it's a 1 bedroom or 2 bedroom house, the seniors they live in, they have an option of taking these guest rooms, and the extended family members or the immediate family members they can stay there. When they have their special occasions, they do invite a lot of people from outside for those curated events. So they have all these options available. At the end of the day, this is their home, and one should make them feel so.
And on a more serious note, I think I'll come to my last question now. When people have to move or transition from independent care to assisted living, how is this process handled with care, with concern, with empathy? And, how do you preserve their personal freedom while offering support?
Um, Thank you. I think this is where the complete integrated care ecosystem, which we have established, that comes into play. Generally, it typically happens when the daily tasks like dressing, bathing, managing medication, they start becoming challenging. We have a dedicated team here. We have the dedicated team available in different parts of the country as well. So this transition is handled with utmost empathy, as you said, and the complete coordination, which ensures continuity, ensures that their dignity is not compromised, and with a complete personalized care plan by the clinical team. So everything is taken care of in that systematic manner. As I said earlier, that all our apartments they can be converted into assisted living facility. We have carefully created, the infrastructure in a manner knowing that these needs might arise, and they would definitely arise in future. So they can transition to these assisted living setups, which we have in different parts of the country, or at Antara Dehradun as well. We have dedicated life care suites if somebody wishes to move from the apartment to those suites, or have an option to convert that place into an assisted care setup. I think the important point here is that we do believe in aging in place, and that's why we have curated this environment. While the option is available for shifting to care home if the need arises and they would want to opt for one, but at the same time, we would want to always create an environment where people have an option to age in place, progressing from fully independent to the assisted care setup without needing to change their homes. So all these things are very thoughtfully curated and available for all the residents to choose from when the need arises.
Thank you, Vaibhav. That has really been a very insightful perspective that we have got about independent living and about, how one can move from independent living while being active seniors into assisted living with care and empathy. I was just wondering if Sachin from your team would be able to play a short 2-minute video so that we get a better view of what is independent living, what it looks like.
In our country, where elders' wisdom and numbers grow each day, where millions enter their golden years with dreams still unfolding, a silent revolution is taking form. Not in whispers, but in bold actions. This is our calling. This is our moment. We have built a world of care like none other, not in parts or pieces, but a full circle of care. Overcoming hardships, we see promise. We see purpose. This is what leadership looks like. At Antara, we inspire with unwavering seva bhav, our soul, our strength. Like Dr. Abdul's work to motivate a worried patient, building up his confidence and his muscles to give him the gift of independence. Our service translates into trust and togetherness. Like Chef Praveen and his team's warm care expressed in soul food that helped Mrs. Dhingra recover from cancer. Our every effort is a step towards brilliance, like a senior care products, helping Mrs. Meera once again find joy in doing everyday work safely. These are not just words, but actions that define us. Like Foreign Singh's swift CPR to a commuter who had collapsed, showing that when we live with values deep in our hearts, caring becomes a part of who we are, no matter where we are. We innovate to build new realities, from healing hands to homes that adapt and understand, breaking new ground, setting new standards, pioneering a brand new future. We at Antara are India's first senior care ecosystem. We create impact now and for future. We are changing the landscape of aging with ease and joy, breaking barriers, building dignity. We are making a legacy that will inspire for generations. At Antara, we are the Antar. The difference in the lives that we touch. We inspire. We innovate. We impact. And we are just getting started.
There are a few questions, so I'm wondering whether we could just go look at them, Vaibhav.
Sure.
One of them, Mr. Dhanoj Jadhav says, do you have other competitors in this space?
Well, I don't know whether we should call them competitor or not, but
Yeah.
there is a consortium which has been made, and we call it as Association of Senior Living in India, and that's called
Okay.
ASLI.
Okay.
Antara is an active member of it. In fact, the current chairman of ASLI is Antara's MD and CEO, Mr. Rajat Mehta.
Okay.
So we look at doing a lot of exchange of ideas. Senior care is still not recognized as an industry, so there are a lot of efforts which are put in together by this body to ensure that everything is taken forward as a voice, one voice to all the authorities and government, and making the right impact. So there are many players. We don't look at them as competition, but as active players. There is no. I mean, if we look at the data, the demand is there's huge gap between the demand and supply. So I don't feel that in India anyone has to worry too much about decades to come. The senior population, which is currently, uh, you know, 10%, that's moving towards 20% in next 20-30 years. So by 2050, we will have 1 in 5 resident who will be senior in the country. So I think we don't worry too much about the competition. And I think they all are in different market segments. And whatever market segment we are, I don't think that we have any player there.
And Anup is asking if there are any organizations similar to yours in Bangalore.
Sure, we can connect. We don't have in Bangalore, but I could read in the chat box also. Banerghatta, we have got assisted living. So there is Antara Care Home where people can have the assisted living option, assisted living or the transition care if they would like to have. But we don't have independent living in Bangalore as yet. But there are many, other options available, and one can connect. If you have the details, Antara can help finding out the options.
Right. And any particular reason for starting from Dehradun? Bayana is asking.
Well, I think Dehradun is in a way, it has always been considered as a retirement place for years. People have looked at this as an option for the northern part. If I talk about, hilly region, but not exactly on the hills. It's in the plains, but you have Masuri very close by, which is the hilly region of the north. Um, Beautiful atmosphere, better AQI compared to Delhi NCR, and everything at Dehradun. I have lived here for more than 11 years. So people used to ask me when I was handling, a wellness place here in Dehradun, that what is the best season to visit. My answer used to be, it depends what season do you enjoy. One can have a wonderful time during summer, during winter, as well as monsoons. So it all depends upon you enjoy during monsoons. It's not that it's pouring all the time. There are good sunny days with showers. Everything is so lush and green. So Dehradun has its own charm. And family had the land here. If I can say candidly, they had the option to start a senior living here in Dehradun.
And so there are some queries on commercials and costing. I think what I'm going to do is there's going to be a feedback email after the session where I think people have a phone number to call. Would that be okay, Vaibhav, that they contact
Sure.
directly and ask?
And we can connect with
You can connect. Yeah, you can.
with those people who have asked these questions and share the necessary details.
Yeah. So, and then, of course, Dhanuj has a long question. He says independent senior living has not been exploited in India like the Western countries. Are there any specific reasons since family size is decreasing and there's a huge market right now? So, what are your thoughts on this? Supply is less than pricing, so that's why pricing is higher.
No, exactly. I think what I said earlier, Mr. Jadhav is also saying on the similar lines. The Western world, this concept has always been respected, understood. In India, as I said, the primary and secondary caregivers have always been closely knit family members. But now, as children are moving overseas for studies or even different parts of the country, people have become more and more open, and even the seniors, they also want to enjoy their independent life. Not It's not only about the children; they also would like to have continued independence in their golden years. So very rightly put that there is a gap in demand and supply, and I think more and more players are understanding, more and more companies are, people in the real estate are also realizing this demand and supply gap, and there are many entrants in the senior living market. And as I said, that right now it's only 10%. The moment it becomes 20% of India's population, like for Singapore, where it is 25%, you see the government also taking a lot of doing a lot of initiatives, and taking a lot of steps for the betterment of the lifestyle of seniors. So I'm sure that that day will soon be here in India as well.
And any plans to expand in the south? Asks Anurag.
Well, for now, as I said, that for the independent living, we are very strategic in our choices, and then we are scaling, we are growing. But yes, with regard to assisted living, we have already come up in Bangalore, in Chennai, and we'll definitely, South has many senior living options already. But Antara would also keep an open eye towards that region for independent living for future. But assisted living, we have already entered those markets.
Right. And Dhruva also wants to know what is the average age profile of the seniors staying in Antara?
Very diverse. Average would be close to, I think, around in 70s, early 70s. But we have from 55 years old active senior to 97 years old active senior living in the community. So the choices, the planning of the activities and everything is around those lines for catering to their needs.
Right. If there are any more questions here, you all can just unmute and ask.
I want to ask about that, not just for Antara, but for any other thing. Is there any of this which are connected to an NGO in
Right.
order to keep, the senior citizens busy?
Many as such. As I said that in the education, sector, there are many
Hmm.
active NGOs who are engaged with our seniors.
Okay.
There are organizations which work in providing reliefs to, various socio-economical, background people. So Antara does facilitate that. We also organize, there are many organizations which are taking care of underprivileged children. So many residents are part of those NGOs, and
Okay.
not only related to NGOs, but they also are actively engaged with the setups directly. Like this government school I quoted, where they have changed the setup of that school. Government provides meals till the class of eighth, I believe, in the government school midday meal system. But there is an intermediate government school which is very close to us, and our residents here, they provide the meals for uh, people going to ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th. And that has made a lot of impact in their lifestyle and ensuring that those children, uh, generally at their age, they start finding some work to do and stop going to school. But that has impacted, their health. That has impacted their interest and eagerness to go to the school and gain, education. So residents find a lot of engagement opportunities. We've also got involved with a place which deals with autistic children. We bring them here, train them, and ensure that they become part of the society as normal people. So a lot of those initiatives are done here. Thank you, Mr. Sen.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you.
Shikha, Shikha, you
Do
have a
you?
question?
I have
Shikha,
I have one
yeah.
query. I have
Shika,
one
I have
query.
a question. My question is that talking about Noida or even Dehradun, would one be able to afford something within one's budget of 1.5 to 2 CR?
I think Dehradun is a different model, and I think this goes back to the question which Swati was asking me earlier. The regrets one has years back when Dehradun started, maybe what you were saying would have been possible, but now in
Yeah.
Dehradun, I won't say that that choice would be available. Uh,
Okay.
with regard to
Noida,
Noida, we can check. With regard to Noida, we can check and let you know. And similarly for other places, this is the question which is more specific to your personal needs. Maybe we can take it offline and you can share the details. We
yeah,
can share the options and let you know about it.
yes,
Yes,
that
Shikha,
would
Thank
be
you,
I,
Mrs.
nice.
I have,
Gupta.
Thank you.
I'll be sharing all the contact details so you can personally reach out to them.
Thank you. Yeah.
Major
Sure.
General,
Thank you.
yeah, Major General
Yeah,
Rajesh.
yeah. Firstly, compliments to you here. I've seen your property and it's pretty impressive. I must say that. And
Thank you, General.
I've been to Dehradun and I love the concept with which you are going ahead. The thought behind is pretty good and encouraging. But just one or two little caveats which I thought I'll bring to your notice. First, I want a clarification because I was told that in Antara, if you are there living, the property is with you till the time you are alive. The moment you depart, the property falls back to Antara. Am I right or wrong?
Not really, sir. So the economic rights of that place, they are with the lessee, and then they have the nominees. The lease continues till the last surviving lessee, and then the economic rights, they will lie with the nominee, not with Antara. So it's not that it moves back to Antara. Everything, whatever the appreciation the property would have accumulated, would be passed on to the nominee. Or if
Okay,
somebody exits before the lease, they will enjoy that.
okay. That's one. Second point is just a little suggestion to you because I understand the property because it was good and it has appreciated to large extent that's gone beyond a lot of people's mean to be there. But there are a lot of other competitors of you who are coming across. Just opposite Antara, there are 2 or 3 properties which have come up. They have matched up your facilities. It may not be as big as what you have there in Antara, but they've matched up your facility and they're literally at 50% of your cost. So that's my suggestion, that you need to also look at the cost part of it, and could be that in case if we are even having the gestation period of little longish, you can always get us in so that we contribute towards it 3, 4 years, 5 years, and it becomes a little manageable for people to get into this setup, because I really appreciate your thought behind. And more than anything else is, I think there's a little human touch from your side in this, and that's what actually, to my understanding, it makes it different from other properties what I've seen around your Antara, then Dehradun and other places too. And last, my recommendation again is that you would be working out economics more. I understand you would be doing a great amount of study, but people like us who are wanting to be on the last leg of our life, places like Dehradun really suit us more. You want to be closer to metropolitans and not within metropolitans. Now, going to Gurgaon or Noida, frankly, that deters me. I definitely would like to go. So there are a lot many people who are wanting to get away, because your concept, the thought what you have, can really fructify very well if it is there a little away from metropolitans. Main thing is that it should have connectivity, number one. Number two, medical facilities. And number three, certain amount of leisure pleasure, which you in any case create very well. So these are my 3 little points for you, and great job, all the very best, and I'm sure you'll do go great gun. There's hardly any competition for you as of now.
Thank you, Chandra Kundra. Just to say that first point I touched base upon and gave you clarity. Number 2, with regard to matching of services and facilities at other places compared to Antara in our vicinity, I'm aware of what's happening around. Just to say it, and I say that with all humility, what Antara has created, it's not easy to be able to replicate those services or facilities even. So we are very careful. We understand what the world is doing and what we are doing, and we are very clear in that thought process. Number 3 point, what you talked about is, we hear you about ensuring that we also had many requests of ensuring that something of this sort is available in the metro cities as well, because there are a set of people who would want to continue living in those cities where they have enjoyed their lives. With that, we also are mindful of people's choice of moving to places which are still connected but away. So I said that I couldn't disclose the name of the location or whatever because we are still in due diligence. I can't announce it yet, but you will get to know and know about it in time to come, that what our plans are with regard to catering to the requirement you just mentioned.
Do let me know. I would like to book it right away. In case if it's something like Dehradun or around, I would be one of the earlier customers for you. And one more suggestion, that's the wisdom. Please connect with the gentleman, because you are providing platform for people like us into some professional life. With that type of background and with Antara together, I think it's a deadly combination. You really can give a flip to the people in the second inning. Great. All the very best. Thank you very much.
Definitely. Thank you, Major
Thank
General,
you.
for
Thank
your
you.
suggestion. And in the interest of time, since we close at 6 o'clock, I want to take this opportunity to thank Vaibhav Dubey for being here with us for this hour.
Just one question. Just if there is any plan to expand in West, specifically in Maharashtra, like Pune or Nashik, something like that. Because that question is in chat box also, and
Yes.
just I want to ask. So I think that's a common question, which will,
We are very mindful of our expansion, sir, and all these places what you're talking about, we have evaluated. We'll continue to evaluate. I cannot say anything right now, but hopefully so in years to come, Antara would have its presence in various parts of the country. So we're also looking forward to that.
No, but time is running out for us also, because time is limited for everybody. Yeah.
I hear you, Ji. I will definitely take it up, and we keep on looking at our plans. And if something nicer comes up for us to evaluate, we will definitely.
Thank you.
As Major told, it's a last leg of life. So time is the only component which is limited for everybody, That's the
And
point.
he is
That's why.
But wish you a
Last wish.
wonderful and healthier life. I'm sure that we'll keep interacting, and Antara will create opportunities.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thank
Vaibhav,
you.
for
Thank you.
your thank you for the assurance. I'm sure everybody is happy to hear that you will be spreading your roots into different parts of India. And thank you, all of you, for being here this evening for this Curiosity Talk. And we hope to see Vaibhav again for more such sessions. And with that, I hope all of you have a great evening. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Pleasure joining and interacting with everyone. Thank you, everyone.
You are going to
Bye-bye.
share his details, right? Details
Yes.
about
We
his.
will.
Yes, you would
Yeah.
have already received an email where you have a
Okay.
contact number and you can directly also call.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.